Rishi Sunak.
Madam Deputy Speaker, from the discovery of Australia to the invention of the cat's eye, the history of Yorkshire's people is nothing if not entrepreneurial. And in my constituency in particular, that spirit is alive and well. From Heck Sausages to Tennant's Auction House and the Wensleydale Creamery, ambitious SMEs are at the heart of our community and our economy. Before I arrived in this place, I spent my career investing, backing businesses like these with the capital they needed to grow. And I am delighted that this finance bill recognises what my own years in the investment industry taught me, that for ambitious SMEs, ready access to finance is the fuel of success, just as successful SMEs are the fuel of a prosperous economy. Yet, as I have said in this House before, the UK funding landscape for growth businesses presents challenges. Just 3% of British companies manage to expand beyond 10 employees, half the success rate of businesses in the Americas. The UK has a relatively shallow bond market for early-stage businesses and a venture capital sector that is just a seventh the size of America. So British entrepreneurs often face an uphill struggle to attract equity risk capital. And that is why this government has enhanced the Enterprise Investment Scheme and created the Seed Enterprise Investment Scheme. And together, since their inception, these programs have helped over 3,000 companies raise over £15 billion in early-stage finance. This finance bill builds on that success to ensure that these schemes help even more small businesses access investment, grow, and create jobs. Unfortunately, today, under the current regulations, shares with a right to future conversion are regarded as a pre-arranged exit, making them ineligible for EIS and SCIS. But this goes against the reality of conversion arrangements. Far from opening the door to tax avoiders, these conversions are often a crucial mechanism for facilitating an initial public offering. So if an SME has the ambition to accelerate its growth through accessing the public markets, government should not stand in the way, and I'm pleased to say that this bill addresses that anomaly. However, there is more we can do. Many lawyers, accountants, investors, and entrepreneurs would all tell you that the EIS process is often too complicated and takes too long. The government's recent consultation on the Advanced Assurance Service, which lets HMRC assess a firm's EIS eligibility prior to seeking a funding, was welcome and provoked ideas about what we can do to speed things up. Firstly, I can personally see the logic for introducing some form of fee for advanced assurance. This will help raise the resources necessary for HMRC to provide a smoother service, with greater transparency around processing times and specific dates for document review. Secondly, we can look at the use of standardised documentation. Doing so would save time and money for all participants, enable HMRC to speed up its approvals. And thirdly, we must look at how to simplify both the EIS rules and their interpretation. Of course, provisions must be made to stop tax avoidance, but the widespread view of practitioners is that the pendulum has swung too far the other way. And in the words of one leading venture capital lawyer, there are now too many gotchas in the current set of rules. In general, it is the view of the EIS Association, admirably chaired by Lord Flight, that a large part of the reason for this complexity is a need for our laws to comply with the EU state aid rules. And hopefully, once we leave the European Union, the government will have the opportunity to look at simplifying the EIS rules and ensure our SMEs get the capital they need to flourish. Very briefly, Madam Deputy Speaker, to touch on two other points in the finance bill: the tax reliefs for sports clubs and companies donating to sports clubs, and also museums and touring exhibitions. The internet enables us to be so much closer, but you can't replicate the presence of being close to a Barbara Hepworth sculpture or looking at Shakespeare's first folio. And the government's incentives to take exhibitions around the country will enable us all to share in our cultural history and heritage. But when it comes to backing small businesses, this finance bill, like the others that came before it, shows wholeheartedly why this government's record is unmatched. And as the British voters decide in the next few weeks who can best steward the Britain's economy, I will commend this bill to this House.